In America, getting a work visa can take years. In Singapore, it can take days. One country turns immigration into politics, the other treats it like national strategy. By the end of this video, you'll understand why these two systems built on completely different values reveal where global migration is headed next and who's actually winning. Immigration has always been a mirror of what a country believes about itself. In the US, it's tied to freedom, dreams, and identity, a story of the world's tired and poor finding hope on new shores. But in Singapore, immigration isn't a dream, it's a design. A policy tool built to engineer growth, manage demographics, and attract the brightest talent on Earth. One system runs on emotion, the other on efficiency. Yet both face the same question. In a century where talent moves faster than borders, who really has the smarter model? Section 1, Immigration as Identity. Every country tells a story about itself. And if you really want to know what that story is, look at how it treats immigrants. In America, immigration isn't just a policy, it's a belief system. The Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, the American dream. For more than a century, the idea was simple. If you worked hard enough, it didn't matter where you came from. You could start again, you could belong. But somewhere along the way, that dream got stuck in bureaucracy. Today, America's immigration system looks like it was built for another century because it was. Endless forms, endless lines, and a backlog so massive that a skilled engineer from India might wait 20 years just to get a green card. 20 years. By then, their kids are grown, their opportunities gone, and that dream, it's somewhere else. And as America debates walls and politics, the rest of the world is quietly rewriting the rules. Because 15,000 kilometers away, Singapore took a completely different route. Here, immigration isn't a dream, it's a design. A nation barely 6 decades old, with no natural resources and one of the world's lowest birth rates, just 1.05 children per woman. So Singapore doesn't ask whether immigrants belong. It asks, which ones do we need? Every visa, every work pass, every policy tweak, it's all part of a national spreadsheet. Adjusted every year to balance the economy, demographics, and global competition. It's not emotional, it's mathematical. And somehow, it works. It's a striking contrast. In the United States, immigration is about identity, who gets to become American. In Singapore, it's about survival, who helps the nation stay alive. One system runs on emotion, the other runs on efficiency. Two countries, two philosophies, both trying to answer the same question. In a world where people can live anywhere, what makes a place worth belonging to? Immigration here isn't politics, it's math.
Section 2, America's Immigration Crisis. America likes to think of itself as the world's greatest magnet for talent. But the truth is, the system that once welcomed the world is now pushing people away. Because America's immigration bureaucracy wasn't built for today's world. It wasn't built for a global economy where talent moves instantly. It wasn't built for a time where companies can hire across borders at the speed of Wi-Fi. It was built in the 1950s, updated in the 1990s, and somehow still expected to handle the demands of 2025. And the results are exactly what you'd expect from a machine this outdated. A green card waitlist that stretches across entire lifetimes. An H-1B visa lottery where your future is decided by a computer drawing names out of a digital hat. A system where highly skilled workers, people who could be building companies, researching cures, or paying taxes, are trapped in years of uncertainty, unable to switch jobs, start businesses, or fully plan their lives. And it's not just the workers who feel stuck. American businesses are stuck too. When companies can't hire the people they need, they move the jobs somewhere else. Canada, Australia, the UK, Singapore, they've all built modern immigration systems designed for speed and global competitiveness. Meanwhile, in the US, entire industries from tech to healthcare are slowing down because the people who want to help simply can't get in. And the politics don't help either. Every election cycle turns immigration into a battlefield. Ideas get louder, rhetoric gets harsher, and actual reform becomes almost impossible. So instead of fixing the system, the country just debates it, year after year, decade after decade. And this is the irony. America still believes immigration is its superpower, yet the system meant to protect that superpower is now the very thing weakening it. Millions of people want to come, Millions are needed. But the more the world changes, the more America stays stuck. And while America argues about the past, other countries are quietly building the future.
Section 4. Singapore's model. Singapore might be one of the only countries in the world where immigration is treated like engineering, not politics, not ideology, not emotion, but pure system design. And whether you love it or hate it, it works. Because Singapore doesn't ask, where are you from? It asks, what can you contribute? And that single shift changes everything. The entire immigration structure is built like a pyramid of skill. At the top, the employment pass. For professionals, managers, technologists, high-value workers. Below that, the S-pass for mid-skill roles that keep companies running. And at the base, work permits mostly for construction, domestic work, and essential labor. But here's the part that makes Singapore different. These categories aren't political talking points. They're instruments. Tools the government adjusts like levers to match economic needs. And those levers keep shifting. In 2023, Singapore introduced Compass, a points-based system that evaluates candidates using data, not vibes. You're scored on salary, experience, diversity, and the strength of the company hiring you. No points, no pass. Simple, transparent, ruthlessly efficient. Critics call the approach selective empathy. Because Singapore doesn't pretend to run an immigration system based on emotion. It rewards contribution, productivity, and alignment with national goals. And the numbers show how deliberate this is. In a country of just 5.9 million people, nearly 1.5 million are foreign workers. That's one foreign worker for every 4 residents. But unlike the US, where immigration spikes come from political waves or sudden crises, Singapore ties immigration directly to GDP growth, labor shortages, and long-term planning. If the economy slows, the gates tighten. If the economy expands, the gates open. Not because of anger or fear, but because the spreadsheet says so. Singapore's model isn't warm. It isn't emotional. It isn't even meant to be inspiring. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It delivers stability, growth, and one of the world's highest standards of living. Sometimes the most effective systems are the least romantic ones.
And one of the world's highest standards of living. Sometimes the most effective systems are the least romantic ones.
Section 5. The future. For decades, migration was simple. People left poor countries for rich ones. They escaped conflict, corruption, or low wages, and hoped for a better shot somewhere else. But that era is over. Today, migration isn't about escaping. It's about optimizing your life, your safety, your income, your children's future, your personal freedom. And the world's top talent knows it. For the first time in human history, countries are competing for the same people. Engineers, founders, doctors, designers, AI researchers. They're the new global currency, and everyone wants them. And here's the twist. Singapore's model is spreading. The UAE adopted golden visas and skill-based residency. Saudi Arabia rolled out a points-like system and fast-track elite visas. Even Canada, once known for soft, humanitarian immigration, is now shifting toward a more Singapore-style meritocracy because the global talent race is heating up fast. Meanwhile, America is stuck. It still has the brand, the universities, the innovation culture, but it's losing ground to countries that can move faster, offer more certainty, and design immigration like a product. And the smartest workers in the world are asking a new question. One, my parents' generation never asked, where will I be treated best? Not where they can survive, but where they can thrive. And that single question is reshaping the entire map of global movement. America built the dream. Singapore built the system. One gives you possibility. The other gives you predictability. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. In a world where borders are optional for talent, the real winner will be the country that learns to do both. A place big enough to dream and efficient enough to deliver. And the race to build that country has already begun.